What if the movies you know by heart are hiding completely different stories? Today, we're diving into fan theories so wild they just might be true. From Star Wars to Pixar, from Grease all the way to the Fresh Prince. Peter Parker's Spider-Man homecoming teacher was in Captain America. Okay, hear me out. What if Spider-Man's science teacher was actually a World War II veteran? Mr. Harrington, played by Martin Starr, looks exactly like a soldier who appeared at Howard Stark's Expo in Captain America: The First Avenger. In Homecoming, Harrington casually mentions losing a student on a trip, a throwaway line that suddenly feels like a nod to surviving high-stress, possibly wartime events. Marvel loves sneaking these connections in, like Peter Parker's Iron Man 2 cameo or Alfred Woodard's role linking Civil War and Luke Cage. If it's true, Harrington is a slow-aging vet hiding battlefield stories behind physics lessons. What if James Bond is just a code name? Okay, this theory suggests James Bond isn't one man, but a code name passed between MI6 operatives over decades. It explains how Bond can start as Sean Connery in the 60s, shift through Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, and Daniel Craig without retiring. Each inherits the name, the 007 designation, and the legend. Evidence is everywhere. M and Q treat each new Bond as unchanged, even when style and personality differ. Continuity oddities, like Judi Dench's M working for both Brosnan and Craig, make sense if Bond is a role, not a person. It even explains why some Bonds recall events others don't. This theory turns Bond into a mantle, like Batman or the Dread Pirate Roberts, designed for whoever's next to serve Queen and Country. But while Bond's legacy lives on through code, the next man on our list may have left his behind in chocolate and shadows. Willy Wonka is a serial killer. What if the candy factory was built to kill? Each room is engineered to exploit the exact flaw of a chosen child. Augustus Gloop's tunnel of chocolate, Violet Beauregard's experimental gum, Farouk Assault's golden egg room, and Mike TV's shrinking ray. These aren't random hazards, they're custom-fitted punishments. Oh, and the Oompa Loompa songs? They're not improvised, they're prepared in advance, implying Wonka knew who would fail and how. Most chilling of all, the children are never shown returning unharmed, despite Wonka's vague assurances. His calm, even amused demeanor during each accident suggests he's orchestrating moral lessons in the most dangerous way possible. You thought that was shady? Wait till you hear the next one. The Pixar shared universe theory. So what if I told you that every single Pixar movie is a part of one giant story? It all begins in Brave, where magic first enters the natural world through the mysterious witch. Over time, that magic changes everything. Animals gain intelligence like in Finding Nemo and Ratatouille. Toys come to life in Toy Story, and humans develop superpowers in The Incredibles. Eventually, machines take over in WALL-E, and when humans fade away, the world belongs to monsters in Monsters, Inc. One of the biggest clues is the witch in Brave, who can vanish through wooden doors exactly like Boo traveling through doors in Monsters, Inc. That's why some fans believe the witch is actually Boo, grown up and still searching for Sully. And it's not just that. The Pizza Planet truck, the hidden A113 code, and familiar characters popping up across films are like breadcrumbs, leading to one conclusion: every Pixar story is just another chapter in one long magical timeline. We have seen Pixar's magic stretch across decades of movies, but magic has a way of hiding in plain sight. And in one classic film, it may have been much more real than we were told. Dorothy really went to Oz. In the original book, her silver shoes, later changed to Ruby for the movie's Technicolor appeal, are an actual portal device, and the cyclone is a magical gateway, not an hallucination. When she wakes, items from Oz remain in Kansas. The Scarecrow's diploma, the Tin Man's heart-shaped watch, things that shouldn't exist if it was only in her head. The people around her even act changed, as if they truly shared the adventure. It mirrors real growth from lived experience, not dream symbolism. Just like the Chronicles of Narnia, the danger was real, the journey was literal, and returning home didn't erase what happened. Next up, we've got the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and the theory? The Fresh Prince died in the first episode. This dark theory reframes the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as a story that begins with Will's death. In the theme song, the one little fight on the basketball court turns fatal, and the trip to live with his auntie and uncle in Bel Air becomes his transition to the afterlife. The luxurious mansion, constant laughter, and improbably charmed lifestyle represent heaven, a reward far removed from the tough streets of West Philadelphia. Uncle Phil is the father figure he never had, Joffrey is a loyal caretaker, and even Will's seamless adaptation to wealth could symbolize the comfort of an eternal rest. Fans point to the Aunt Viv switch between seasons as a metaphor for the fluidity of perception in the afterlife. Faces, voices, and settings shift without explanation, yet no one questions it. But the next one is even more mind-boggling. Harry Potter is imagining it all. In this theory, Hogwarts isn't real. It's the elaborate mental escape of a neglected boy living in an abusive home. Harry, trapped in the cupboard under the stairs, imagines himself as the boy who lived, chosen and special in a world that adores him. Every major threat in the wizarding world mirrors a trauma from his real life. Dementors represent the hopelessness and depression of abuse. Voldemort is the looming specter of death and fear, and even the Triwizard Tournament's dangerous tasks could echo the constant test of survival that he faces daily. Hogwarts' predictable school year structure gives him stability that he lacks, while friends like Ron and Hermione provide unconditional loyalty that he's never experienced. Dumbledore becomes the wise, protective figure missing in his real life. This interpretation turns the series from a tale of magic into a psychological survival narrative. It's not just magic that hides deeper truths. Sometimes the most emotional moments in animation have secrets of their own. What if Andy's mom in Toy Story was actually Jesse's owner? In Toy Story 2, Jesse's flashback to her time with Emily is one of Pixar's most emotional scenes, a slow montage of love and abandonment. This theory suggests Emily didn't just vanish from Jesse's life, she grew up to become Andy's mom. The strongest visual cues lie in Emily's red cowgirl hat, which is identical to Andy's except for the missing white lace trim. Pixar's attention to detail makes this unlikely to be a coincidence. The timeline fits, too. Emily would be the right age to have a young son by the events of Toy Story. The next theory takes us light years away from Andy's bedroom. What if Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord? Okay, admittedly, this one started out as a joke, but Star Wars fans can't shake it. The theory says that Jar Jar Binks, the clumsy Gungan from the prequels, is secretly a Master Sith Lord, maybe even above Palpatine. Think about it. Every accident in The Phantom Menace somehow helps the Empire rise. He survives battles no one else should, sways key political votes, and always seems to be in the right place at the right time. If you watch closely, his goofy flailing actually looks like skilled martial arts hidden under clownish moves. Even actor Ahmed Best hinted that Jar Jar was meant for a bigger role before Backlash changed the plan, and George Lucas loves characters who seem harmless but turn out to be powerful. If it's true, Jar Jar's dumb grin might be the greatest act of deception in the galaxy. From a secret Sith in a galaxy far, far away to a high school romance with a dark twist, our next theory takes us from lightsabers to leather jackets. What if Sandy died in Greece? Now, this theory flips Greece completely. It says Sandy actually drowns at the start during that summer lovin' moment with Danny, and everything after is her dying dream. The big musical numbers are her life flashing before her eyes in over-the-top Technicolor style. The strange, dreamlike tone, the sudden dance breaks, and that ending where Sandy and Danny fly into the clouds all actually makes a lot more sense. Fans say that it's not just a happy ending, it's her soul moving on. Which means that Grease isn't just a fun high school romance, it's a bittersweet farewell disguised as a musical. So, which of these theories changes the way you see the movie? Is James Bond one man or many? Was Jar Jar pulling the strings all along? And did Sandy really say goodbye in that flying car? Let us know what you think in the comments, and if you want more wild movie theories, you know where to find us.